going on, Jerome's? Brian Flores, Vikings DC, fed the local media jackals today, talking about the defense, talking about the challenges coming up against Washington, and also I like that Mike Max just got straight to the point, because the Vikings offense has struggled. It's been historically bad, bottom tier of the league, and the defense. Here's what's really telling about the defense, and we'll get into this. We'll do a whole thing about the defense, but defense right now is 10th in yards, 5th against the pass, 11th in rushing yards per attempt, 12th on third down, 3rd in red zone, and they're 18th in scoring because they're constantly being put on short fields because the Vikings offense cannot move the ball, so they're losing the field position battle, which is really telling. But Flores, he's not going to complain. He's not going to throw the offense under the bus. That's just not him. Right, I feel like that's what makes him a great leader of men, and the defense. Some players may be looking across the sidelines and be like, we're doing our jobs. How about you? But no, Flores, his leadership here is phenomenal, and this is what he said. Diamond Dallas Turner, made improvements. The work is starting to show, and he talked about how most guys it takes time. Learning technique, learning scheme, and also adjusting. I mean, Turner's 23 years old, and he turns 24 next year. And Flores talked about how you usually focus on a lot of defensive players take multiple years to become good. And the public, we focus on the 5 or 6 guys who come out right out of the gate and just make a splash. I mean, Jared Verse, Latu, etc. But I really like the way that Turner has developed, and the fact that Turner is looking good with Grenard and AVG on the field means that yes, they all can coexist, and every player has to play to his strengths. With Turner, it's that speed rush. I mean, tackles can't keep up with it. But the drawback is sometimes he get washed out against the run. I think that he's getting better at adding strength, adding technique, being able to set the edge more consistently. And Flores talked about how Turner makes splash plays, but also does the little things well. And he equated it to, a player may have a 10-sack season, but it's 1,000 snaps in the year. What are you doing on those other 990 snaps? And we've seen a player or two that is more concerned about the sacks and maybe at some sacrifice to some of the other duties, just said duty, but he's getting things done. Eric Wilson been phenomenal. Also, shout out to Cashman and linebackers coach Mike Sharavo. Wilson, true leader on the team, consistent playmaker, and you're going to need more of that down the stretch. Zay Rogers. So they've had conversations about missed tackles, and it's more of a conversation, not just like an ass chewing. Just Flores went down into technique and fundamentals of tackling, and Rogers, he's made plays before, he's made tackles before, so it's not like he forgot. So hopefully it's something that gets corrected, because it's something that has definitely stood out on that defense, not in a good way. And Washington coming on in, talented weapons beyond Mariota, who's looking good. They didn't really talk about Jaden Daniels, so TBD if he plays on Sunday or not. But they got Bill crossing Merritt. They got Rodriguez, Debo, Scary Terry, Ertz. They do have weapons all over the place. But also did say it's going to be nice to be back home, historic U.S. Bank Stadium. Also, he's not going to say this, of course, but the offense looking so bad, the defense makes plays. The defense is top dog. Right. And also was asked about finding consistent success year over year. Mainly is in reference to his Patriots years, where every year is different. It's hard to win this league. Talent all over the place, coaches, players. Margin for error is very slim, and this year they're finding that out in the negative way. Right? There's attrition every year. Has to be a next man up mentality. You have to take advantage of things, and that's what he talks about in meetings. Everyone on the same page. You could be the 53rd man on the roster, but if the guy ahead of you goes down, you have to step up and step in. And guess what? You can impress and become a starter, either on this team or the next team or whatever. Right? And also, talk about how it's been frustrating moments, but there's no finger pointing going on in that team. It's not in the team's DNA. And also, he was asked directly by Mike Max, how do you not finger point when it's a shutout? As referring to your defense is out there playing their balls off, but the offense cannot score any points, and they're going 3 and out, and they're not moving the ball, and they're surrendering field position. But your defense is out there, they're dog tired because the offense can't stay on the damn field. What do? I won't allow it. Not wired that way, and I feel like that's a true team leader of men football answer. Where think about the shoes on the other foot. say the defense is struggling, the offense is looking good, right? Or say the offense and defense are looking good, but special teams are laying them down. All the phases have to work together, and at the end of the day, it is a team, right? So everyone just needs to focus on doing more and being better. That's what it comes down to. Also, you build on a culture of ownership and accountability. And also, he was asked, I think it was Will Raggets, asked about defending a Hail Mary. And I feel like coaches really like when they don't get like inane media questions, but they get actual questions about ball. Like Belichick is famous where, dismissive about topical. Hey, what does Tom Brady have to do to beat the Broncos? Whereas, hey, why are long snappers singular specialists? Why not just have someone else long snap? And then he'll go on like a 10, 12-minute diatribe about the history of long snapping. It's actually pretty awesome. But Flores, so he invoked the name of Greg Williams, which we'll give him a pass on that. But talked about how you can blitz the Hail Mary. The Vikings have sometimes put out bluff blitzes, and you tell your DBs box out, have one jumper, have one short tip man, one deep tip man. But at the end of the day, everyone jumps. You can coach it all you want, but players are just going to react and try and make a play out there. Fully understand it, fully love it too. Which, I don't know, like Brian Flores deserves to be a head coach somewhere in this league, and suck to lose him. He is out of contract after this season, so even if he is a DC next year, it may not be here. But hopefully the Vikings do everything in their power to keep a hold of Flores because, again, his defense is playing great under very difficult circumstances. I think that he's learned a lot from his Dolphins days, and I think that he is a true leader of men. So we'll see. Anyways, that's it. That's at Flores Tuesday press conference. You guys are the best you know what to do. Skol, production value.